Okay, I just want to make some comments on number 12, which I wasn't firm with. We have a parameter, 20%, point 2 is the phone-in listeners that are male, and we have an SRS of 200. We assume adding the co-host has no effect. So p hat is the proportion of call-ins that are male. What are the mean and standard deviation? So we got this one right. We got this one right. And the assumption was that there were more than there are at least 2,000 listeners from the 10% rule, which we did say. So we were correct on that one. And the thing that I messed up, and I kind of felt it when I wrote it down, is it said 50 out of 200. So we were good at finding that was 0.25. 50 out of 200 callers were male. So you had this sampling of 200 and 50 of them were male. Does that provide sufficient evidence to suggest the proportion of male callers has increased from 20%? So if I go the probability that p hat is less than 0.25, that actually includes the 20%. So I'm going to have to look and see what the probability is that p hat is greater than or equal to 0.25. What's the probability of that happening? So we did the correct setup. The parameter of the proportion of interest minus the mean of p hat divided by standard deviation of p hat. This was correct, and I found my chart A, and I'll finish it now, 0.9633. And because now I've changed it to greater than, we are going to do 1 minus 0.9633, as chart A always tells us less than. So we get 0.0367, so that's 3%, almost 4, between 3 and 4% chance of this happening. So that's not a very big, there's not a very large probability of that happening, assuming that the radio station adding the co-host did not change anything. So, therefore, this indicates, this low probability between 3 and 4% indicates that the 20% claim is probably no longer true. It is probably increased. Alright, so I hope that makes sense to you. And that is all I needed to add to what we said previously. Alright, study hard, do me proud on Monday, and I'll be back in on Tuesday to answer any questions that are unclear to you while you're taking your test. Make sure the tests are waiting for me in my mailbox. Alright, thank you very much. Carry on.